Hello Free here. Today I'll be going over my top 10 favorite mobile rhythm games. The rules are simple. It has to be a rhythm game, so like no GD, because GD is not a rhythm game. And it has to originate on a mobile platform. Stuff like, Sound Voltex obviously doesn't count. Anyways, let's get on to the list. So, coming in at number 10 is Noise Starlight. Now, this is a 4-lane rhythm game where it's pretty much normal 4-key, except that there's directional flicks to the side, and the hold can are basically now slide notes where you just go across the screen. However, what makes this game unique is, well, it's also a volatile at the same time, which honestly is really cool and a really good idea, and a really nice idea. Also, during events, you can get some pretty damn funny modifiers, which is also great. This is a very fun game. However, you do have to deal with some problems. Mostly that the engine can be jank, because you can accidentally tap your character to the bottom of the screen, or other stuff that makes you miss notes. And also, the stamina system absolutely sucks if you're not willing to pay. Like, I think 4 plays a day and then another 4 if you watch ads. Just terrible. However, Noise Starlight is still a very fun game with a honestly pretty interesting and very LGBT story. And it's definitely a game I can recommend. Coming in at number 9, you have Toho Tamaki Kagura. This game is, gameplay-wise, very simple. It's 7 lanes with notes coming down, and catch notes and side notes. It's pretty much Bendori without the flicks. That's about it. However, this game is actually really fun and I really enjoy it. Mostly because, one, the charting is not overly scuffed or difficult, but more importantly, I love this freaking soundtrack of it, mostly because I'm a Toho fan. However, there are some problems with the game. Mostly that you do have to line a gacha scoring because, well, this is a gacha game, by the way. And the second thing is that it broke on me. Yeah, I can't play it anymore. Very unfortunate for me. This isn't a game I would super recommend. However, it's definitely worth a try, considering, unfortunately, its services are shutting down at the end of October. So, may Tamaki Kagura be remembered in peace while it becomes our next dead rhythm game. Wait, someone else took that quote. Damn it. So, coming up at number 8, we have Farthest II. I have not played the first one. However, in this game, as scanline moves up and down, you're supposed to hit, hold, catch, or well, actually just tap and hold, thin, I don't know, and flicks your way through just all the circles and diamonds for some reason. This game, honestly, is fun. And it is kind of a reading challenge, which it depends on who you are, on whether that's a good or a bad team. However, flicks do kinda suck, because they're just weird to pull off due to having to flick horizontally. However, I would say this game's gameplay is different from pretty much every rhythm game I've played, which, honestly, that's a good thing. Now, in addition to that, the story in this game is great. It goes through several different arcs and all. It's interesting. At least if you're willing to read it. And that's why this game makes number 8. It has a great combination of story and gameplay, but it has some flaws that prevent it from moving any higher. Still, this is a game I can recommend to most rhythm game players. Unless you absolutely hate reading challenges, then don't. Coming in at number 7, we have Project Sekai, featuring Hatsune Miku for some reason. Now, granted, before I talk about this game, this is about the JP version of the game. Deal with it, I don't have global. Okay. Anyways, Project Sekai is a game that's pretty similar to Trinidad, where notes just come down in pretty free form, to be honest, with normal holds and flicks, which feel actually good. Now, this game is actually very well designed, with gameplay that's different from most of the other gacha rhythm games. However, since it's a gacha rhythm game, you have to deal with both the gacha system and the gacha scoring, which is really inaccurate. However, to compensate, this game has ranked matches if you reach rank 50. Unfortunately for me, I've been playing this game for like a week and I rank 33, so I have not had experience with this. Honestly, this game could move higher. However, I've not really played it enough to get a full-on opinion on it. So, it currently stays at 7th. However, I can recommend it to anyone who likes Vocaloid, is willing to deal with the gacha system of a gacha rhythm game. So, coming in at number 6, we have Raybon. Now, in this game, notes come from all directions through the line where, it lights up. Pretty simple. However, this is different than most rhythm games, which just scroll down or scroll in some 3D downish way. And it's very cool. And the way the charting works in this game leads to very little visibility issues, to be honest, which is impressive for a full-screen game like this. Because in most of the other games like this, there are visibility issues. Now, there are problems with the game where the charting can get a bit stupid and actually impossible on a phone. I'm talking about UBPM equals RT. However, this game's still cool, and you can try a demo out for free. However, you do have to pay for the full version, I think. Still, this is a game I can definitely recommend. Next up, coming in at number 5, we have Kalpa. Now, I used to absolutely not like this game, with its mix of being very grindy and just being simple 5 key. Well, yes, it's simple 5 key. The grinding portion has pretty much been fixed. Now, there's a very slight amount of grinding, but honestly, it's not that bad anymore. And I have belief that the developers will continue to improve this game. In addition, there's 2 modes, one for thumb play and one for just normal 5 key with 5 fingers on the freaking screen at once. And that's a great design decision, because we all know the thumb players. I'm not a thumb player, but they will probably hate something if it forces you to use more than 2 fingers. So that's some great design. In addition, the charts are fun, and I really managed to enjoy this game despite having gameplay that's the simplest on the list. Now, granted, if you've played 7 key or Mania and are actually good at it, this game's probably not a super high recommendation. But for anyone else, yeah, I can recommend this game. Coming in at number 4, we have Volcano. Now, Volcano is the most recent game on the list, releasing in June of this year. Now, granted, prototypes of this game existed way before then. It just took them forever to get the funding needed to finish the game. However, now that it's released, I can say that it is a very good game. The gameplay is pretty much where you have to use motion controls and tilt your phone around to get the notes inside side of the area to hit them, or the inside the area to catch them. And it works very well. The execution, great. Yeah, this game really feels like you're in a spaceship, like controlling a steering wheel to control it, which is absolutely amazing. Now, okay, if you hate motion controls, fair enough. And the charting is different to more stuttering games. And since, well, it's new, the amount of contact compared to the other mobile rhythm games is rather low. But honestly, this game definitely worth picking up for $3 because you're getting an experience that you can't get with pretty much any other mobile rhythm game. And that's what makes it just a great game I can recommend. Following the youngest game on the list, we have the oldest, with Dynamics coming at number 3. In this game, notes come from 3 sides and you have to pretty much tap and hold and catch them. Which might seem simple, but damn, this game can get hard. And I enjoy it. While some of the hardest shots are, well, stupid, it's fun just trying to pass them and just getting that reaction when you eventually do. The charting is also quite unique and has some very nicely charted patterns and some very needy ones. But that's fine. Unfortunately, my Sun data got deleted, like not when I switched phones, so that's a problem. And also, building a straight sun library takes forever. The reason for this is that most of the suns come from events. Now the problem with this is that most events only run for one time a year and only last for like a week. Which means if you miss your opportunity, you're pretty much done so for an entire year. Which is probably the main reason I don't play the game anymore. Despite that, however, this game is very fun. And I can definitely recommend it. Especially if you get premium, which is only $4, which is damn good for 25 songs, even though you have to grind for them. This is a game I can recommend to anyone, to be honest. Coming in at number 2, we have Archaea. Archaea is such a wonderfully designed game, in my opinion. You have the 4 lanes, sky nodes, and arcs. Arcs are the unique part of this game, and it's really fun. With the way it works, being different enough to sound Voltec to feel like a very unique and different game. And the technical stuff in this game has been pretty much perfected, in my opinion. It just feels fair. Nothing feels too hard to reach, and nothing feels too easy to reach. Now, the sun list in Archaea is probably my favorite out of any rhythm game. I just love it. However, there are reasons that this did not get number 1 for me. Which are that World Mode can take a while, in all honesty. And you have to deal with a stamina system which, takes a while. Now, it's not a bad stamina system. It's fair, but it takes a while. However, the other problem is, if you don't spend money in this game, there's definitely a feeling of missing out. Because some of the best parts in the game I've not been able to get access to because it's hidden behind a paywall. And that just feels bad. However, Archaea is still a great game for anyone to try out. And the game I probably recommend as someone's first rhythm game. And if you really like it and have the money to spend it, you can buy the entire main story for $30 now that it's completely finished. Coming in At number 1, we have Figros. This game is pretty much when you just let church leaders do whatever they want with a church. Because the judgment line can just move wherever it wants, can create more of them, you can just change the judgment line with freaking nodes. Anything's possible. And that's what makes it so great. Every church feels unique in its own way, and really makes you feel like you're playing not just like a chart, you're playing a chart that fits hand in hand with the sun to combine for, honestly, an amazing experience. And it's completely free. It's non-profit, made by... and that's great, honestly. Now, granted, this means that the sun list is a bit more obscure than other Division games, but that's fine. Because sometimes obscure suns can be really good. There's a reason I have an FC on almost every single IN chart in this game. It is that much fun to play. Even if I get like somewhat annoyed at a chart, it's still fun. Unlike other games where I legitimately don't want to play a chart anymore if it gets annoying. This is a game I can just recommend for people who want a very well and full experience without having to spend some microtransactions or an upfront fee. That's it for the video, and I'll see you all later.